Bonjour à tous et bienvenue sur ma chaîne Edmond FLE, français langue étrangère. So today I wanted to talk to you about a topic which is a little bit apart from the normal lessons that I'm giving, where I'm more talking about grammar or vocabulary or expression that you can use in French. I wanted to give you some more information about this question that we are always asking. So it doesn't really matter if we are talking about the French language or any language in the world. Which is this question is, when exactly will I master a foreign language? So, for the case of French, of course, you would be asking and wondering when exactly you will be able to master French like a chef. So, I'm going to go backwards a little bit to what I've been going through. As for my part, so as some of you may know, I've been a French teacher for almost 20 years. And I still keep on actually learning new things about my own language, because actually there are some things that we have to learn to the students who are learning French as a foreign language, which is not the same as we do when we are French and when we go to school. So let me give you just one little example. This particular lesson that I already gave on my YouTube channel, so you are welcome to watch it whenever you want to, which is about the prepositions that we use for the countries, for example. So in this lesson, this is actually something that I've learned, but not when I was in school, but when I was giving French lessons. And why is that? It's because in French, like in any language, we are sometimes using some things like the prepositions in this case, and we are just using them naturally, meaning that we learn them through our parents or through the teacher that were who were using them. But we actually don't know the rules that are supposed to be applied in this type of case. Like I knew from a long time ago that, for example, you should say en France and absolutely not au France. And same thing if I were talking about Japan, for example, I knew that I had to use in this case au Japon and absolutely not en Japon. And as I was just telling, those are not things that we learn in school. You have to learn them after, when you become a French teacher. And so, why did I give you exactly this example? It's because actually, if I think honestly that if you have any French teacher giving to you this kind of reply, which is c'est en français, c'est comme ça, and so on, saying that it's just the French way to say something. In this particular case, please run away as fast as you can. Don't stay with this kind of teacher, because if he's not, or her, if she's not able to clearly reply to all the questions that you have about the French language, it just means that they didn't look for those information, because yes, there is always a reason behind every little thing that we use in French, as I'm telling for my own example, but also for the other languages. There is always a reason why we are using certain things or others. So, as I was telling you, it's really important to always have someone as a teacher who can support you and help you to find out the reasons which are hidden between each and single expression that we have, any grammar parts, and so on. And so, why was I giving you this example? Because these are parts that we actually don't learn in school, and that we have to go through a process of learning to understand exactly how it works and why it works this way. So, meaning that. Actually, when you are wondering about anything in a language, there is always a solution, a way out to understand exactly where it comes from. And so, as also some of you may know, I'm already a polyglot, meaning that so far I'm able to speak quite fluently, I would say, English, Spanish, Catalan, and Japanese. So those are the four main languages that I kind of master, if we can say so. I'm also in the process of learning just right now Italian and Hebrew. Um, and so a lot of time people are quite amazed by the fact that I'm able to manage to speak so many languages. So for that, there is absolutely no particular trick that I can give you about that. I would say that globally, once you started with one new foreign language, and what is important the most, I think, is to start from a young age. And the reason why I'm talking about the young age is that let's take a bad example. For example, you are 30 years old. You've always been talking French, for example. You are French and you've been always talking French. If you start to learn a foreign language starting at 30, it means that for 30 years you've been used to use this kind of vocabulary, this kind of grammar, this kind of expressions, etc. So it will be a lot more harder to get to understand another language than yours that you've been so used to speak for 30 years. So that's why I'm always giving as first advice to start at a really young age, and then once you more or less master the other language, after it becomes a lot more easier to keep on with some other languages, because you will start to get kind of the system the languages work. And so, as I'm telling you, it will become easier and easier each time you will learn a new language, because you will have all those notions of grammar, of the way to pronounce the things quite correctly, etc. So that's the best advice I can give you. And so, why? Don't worry, I will eventually answer to this question about when exactly you will be able to master a foreign language. So, what I could say about that is that first, what you have to think about is your mother tongue, so your native language. So it doesn't matter if it's English, Japanese, Chinese, whatever the language is. If you think about your own language, do you really think that you master it 100%? I guess no. Because let's take some example. Let's say that you're reading a book in your mother tongue, and it will happen 100% sure in this case that you will be facing some new vocabulary that you've never been facing to before. You may be discovering in some grammar books, if you are reading some grammar books about your own language, you will obviously discover rules that you've never heard before. You will actually realize that sometimes you are not using properly some grammar parts in your own language. So talking about all of that, do you really think if you are not able to master your own language, how would you be how would it be possible to master another foreign language? It is absolutely not possible. That's the reason why, for example, I assume that my level of English is not that bad. I also have the possibility now to watch some series, some movies in English without the subtitles, but still, every single time that I'm watching a movie or a series, etc., I'm always facing new vocabulary that I don't know. Sometimes I hear people with strange accent that I just don't understand. All those kind of things still happens even to me. It doesn't depend on the foreign language we are talking about. I'm always facing this kind of issue, and I will always face them. So the same thing actually happens to me even in French, not for the case of the movies and the series, of course, but most of the time when I'm reading some new books, it always happens quite most of the time that I have to look for some vocabulary that I don't know of in a dictionary. Now I'm actually reading a book about grammar, which is quite famous here, called Le Becherel. And actually, in this book, I'm learning a lot about the French vocabulary, about the French grammar, and so on. So, as you can see, even if I'm a French teacher, I still keep on learning my own language, which is French. So why did I talk about all of that? So my goal, of course, was absolutely not to discourage you or anything like that, but you have to take into account that it doesn't matter which language we are talking about. You will never ever master it 100%. It's absolutely impossible, even if we are talking about your mother tongue. Okay? So just know that for all the foreign languages and even for your own languages, I would say that it's a never ending journey that you are going to have. But I must say that personally, that's the best journey I ever had of my life, and I'm really enjoying every single day to be discovering new things, new vocabulary, new culture points, new civilization. There are so much things to discover in this world, and not only the languages, but all that those things which are related to the language. So the last thing I wanted to talk about also is that when you are in the process of learning a new language, I don't think the only good thing would be to learn some lists of vocabulary like never ending, because this is absolutely not the way to learn a living language and not a dead language like Latin or ancient Greek and so on. The reason why is because everything always depends on the context that you are using some expression or whatever. It can mean something or something else. And actually, yeah, if you look for the information on a dictionary, you would have, yes, one precise definition, but actually depending on the context, and if you don't know the way the people are living, or the way their culture is, you will always be lacking of this real understanding of the language with all the nuances it has inside of it. Like, I'm going to give you one example that we have in French, like, for example, the famous ça va that we have in French. If you check out in a conversational book, for example, they would say that by default, that's the way that we say, how are you in French. So yes, it can be one of the entries, I would say, for this particular expression that we are using, but everything is depending on the way that I say it. Like, of course, if I go up at the end, it means that it's a question, so I'm really asking to the people how they are doing, but it can also be something if I'm asking it exactly the same way. If something is fine, if something is okay, if something is clearly understood, and so on. So as you can see, in this case, I'm absolutely not talking about the health of somebody, but just talking about something else. I can also say it with another tone. So I can say like, ça va. So in this case, it absolutely doesn't mean that, yes, I'm doing fine. It means that it's enough and that I want the people who are addressing to me to just stop bothering me. So in this case, I would also use ça va. So why am I giving you all those examples? So that you understand that if, for example, you check this expression of ça va, basically that would give you just one entry for it. But regarding the way that we behave in France, the way that we use actually this expression, as I gave you all those examples, you can see that it can have like 1,000 different entries for exactly the same expressions that we are using. So not only it's important to learn vocabulary, but it's also important to know exactly when the people are using them. So that's my ultimate recommendation that I can give you. So as I told you and as I answered this question, when will you master exactly French or any other language? Never. Why? Because it's a never-ending journey, but please enjoy it to the top because you will discover so many things about so many people, so many cultures, so many different civilizations, and it's so enriching to learn all these things that please never stop enjoying learning new things. So I wanted to thank you for watching this video. So in the case that you liked particularly this video and you found that I was kind of clear about what I was talking about, in this case, don't hesitate to like it. In the case that you want to follow a little bit all the lessons, the mini lessons I'm giving here, in this case, don't hesitate to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Of course, you also have the possibility, in the case that you are interested to take some private lessons with me, to come and check out my official website, which is www.edmondfle.com, and I would be delighted to give you some more information about this topic and a lot more than just this topic, like we could talk about pretty everything. So anyway, thanks again for watching this video et je vous dis à très bientôt. Ciao ciao, bye bye.